Welcome to Just Drop It and Go, a new series where I just literally stop what I'm doing, get up, and go to a game of some kind. No planning, no tickets in advance. I just show up, walk up, and tell you all about it. For today's episode, I chose the closest option available to me, the Diamond in Richmond, Virginia, which is about a 15-minute drive. Parking is relatively easy though. I was prepared to use cash. They only take card.
How you doing?
Hi.
Good.
$8?
Yes, but it's card only.
Oh.
Now, this is the last season of this aging and historic ballpark, and even just walking in, you can see the wrinkles of the years gone by. And I'll tell you about all the history in just a little bit. But first, we gotta see if we can just walk right up and get a ticket. Now, the prices here are actually quite reasonable. General admission on the day of is only $13, and field level is a bargain at $20.50. Even though the teller was behind what sounded like bulletproof glass, I asked her for the best seat I could get, and she offered me terrace level for $16.50, and I took it. So I was able to get a ticket from the booth, but that's not always going to happen. That's why I want to tell you about today's video sponsor, SeatGeek. With over 28 million downloads and over 70,000 events, SeatGeek has you covered. Even at the last minute. You know, for this series, I'm just gonna drop it and go. And you know, I am eyeing some NFL games. Now, SeatGeek has our back. Every ticket is rated on a 1 to 10 scale, and the green dot means good, and the red dot means bad. It's just so easy. Plus, every ticket is backed by their buyer guarantee. Don't risk it. Get a ticket even at the last minute and use my code FPV10 to get 10% off your next set of tickets at SeatGeek. Again, that's 10% off any tickets with promo code FPV10. And if you click the link in the description and download the app, you can have the code automatically applied for later. SeatGeek! All right, so let's see what we got on game day for $16. Wow, right behind home plate, basically at field level. You really can't get better than this for showing up on game day. After the anthem rolled and the first pitch, it's time for me to tell you about this ballpark and its history. The Diamond, as it's known, was built in 1985 and was the longtime home of the Richmond Braves, the AAA affiliate of the big league club in Atlanta. It originally had a capacity of over 12,000 and was designed to look like the concrete bowl-type stadiums of the era. It had some interesting features like a huge statue of a Native American popping up from the concession stands. After 23 years of use, the ballpark's age was showing in 2008, and attendance was down. The Braves up and left for Gwinnett, and the Diamond was left without a minor league tenant. The city without minor league baseball for the first time in over 50 years. After 2 years of being the home field for nearby VCU, the Diamond finally landed a tenant, and the team got a new name. 2010 would be the first season of the Flying Squirrels, the AA affiliate of the San Francisco Giants. Yeah, geographically, it doesn't make that much sense, but hey, Richmond is happy to have a team. Attendance from the get-go has been fantastic here, as from day one the city has shown out to see this team. However, as you'll see in this video, this place got even older, even quicker. Entering the stadium, you can see just how aged this place is. Exposed rebar on the concrete structure signals things aren't going all that well. When you come up the stairs, there's a nice open area. The atmosphere is always fun and lively. However, moving through the corridors, even in a sparsely attended game, it can get pretty tight. I will give it up for the team store as they make up for the park's age by having premium merch and a dope hat selection. This is common in a lot of minor league venues. Have a nice team store with AC and fans won't hate on you that much. After the game got underway, it was time to get some ballpark food. The prices here aren't that ridiculous, and neither are the lines on some days. They have a meal combo for $9, which is basically either a hot dog, burger, or chicken tenders along with fries. A drink is additional, so basically for $15 to $16, you can have dinner, which isn't all that jacked up. In terms of options, there are other vendors around, but this is a AA venue and a very old stadium, so you're not gonna see big league unique food here. All right, so the glizzy was solid, nothing to wax poetic about. However, it did the job. After stuffing my face, it was time to explore the stadium. First, I went to the upper deck. Since the stadium reopened, much of the upper deck seating has been covered in tarps and ads reducing the overall capacity to under 10,000. Definitely saw some interesting things up here, like this dead bird all the way at the top. That is not cool. Also, while I was up here, I caught a foul ball with my bare hand and the whole crowd went nuts. And of course, it was the only time I wasn't recording. I guess I'll tell my Canadian girlfriend all about it. There are some certainly unsightly areas you can see from the upper deck. However, in right field, you can see the replacement stadium for next year, which is called CarMax Park. Now, this was a sore subject for the residents of the city, as basically when the Squirrels moved in the diamond, it was already outdated, and them staying would be contingent on getting a new stadium. Remember, this was 2010. Well, 15 years later, the replacement is set to open in 2026 as the bickering and political posturing finally has been put to an end. So the biggest hangup was the location, as a more downtown spot was proposed, and personally I thought would have been better. But again, they settled for right across the street from the old one. It's a good location, and it looks like it's gonna be a solid ballpark. So after exploring the upper deck, I wanted to find the fun stuff here. In right field, there is a party deck, and I actually ran into one of my men's league teammates, and I got a beer.
Did you see my catch?
I did not.
You did not? Oh my God.
Which was not that cheap, $16 for a pint plus tip. It was still a pretty good brew though, but that's what you can expect in any minor league venue. Okay, so that's pretty much all this place has to offer. Now, before we wrap up, let's give it a rating. So the cost was 10 out of 10, amazingly affordable. Last minute seating, 10 out of 10, could not have done better for a walk-up. Food cost, 9 out of 10, nothing outrageous. Food was 7 out of 10, solid. Team store, 9 out of 10. Great selection. Atmosphere, 7 out of 10. The fans are always awesome, but this was a lightly attended game. Amenities, 3 out of 10. There's not really much here. And the condition was 1 out of 10. You really can't get worse than this. Architecture, 3 out of 10. It was bad even for its heyday. And uniqueness, I'm gonna give it a score at a 10 out of 10 because it is definitely the last of its kind. Overall score, 69, nice out of 100. In conclusion, this ballpark represents a dying era of stadiums, really the last of its kind, to be replaced with the new era of cookie cutter minor league ballparks. But hey, for 40 plus years, the Diamond made many fans happy, and to quote fans that had shitty stadiums that they went to, it might have been a dump, but it was our dump. And boy, it was a dump. All right, where should I go to next? Let's just drop it and go.
Yeah, I was up there and I was just filming from the top and I was standing in the aisle and a dude hit a foul ball right at me. I barehanded it. Like, look, I still have the bruise. I just stuck it out, but I wasn't filming.